Coach Polanen, you had a sparring session, or your boys had a sparring session right now, and I'm beyond impressed by the intensity. It's almost like a war, like a real fight. Why is it so important for a professional fighter to go so hard in sparring?
Um, I don't know why it's really important, but for me it's important. I don't know, what the rest of the fighters are doing, but for me, it's really important that I can, one time a week, I can try to get it as real as possible, the sparring. And we train hard here, but the sparring condition is a totally different condition, and this is what you try to do. You train as you gonna fight. So I'm trying to make it as real as possible. So for me, it's really, really important, so that I know that if the fight comes, that will ready mentally, physically, everything. So yeah, that's the reason.
Because I've been here in Thailand for 2 months, and I noticed their intensity here is not even close to your intensity. Because you came here a couple of days ago, every training session, every sparring session, that's war. But could you tell me, your boys spar 4 minutes per round?
Yeah.
Why 4 minutes?
It's a mentally thing. It's a mentally thing. 4 minutes, 30 seconds rest. It's just a mental thing, And as I said, it's like some people don't believe in hard sparring. I respect that, but for me, it's important, as I said, to make it as real as possible. So I'm sure my boys are ready for war. With all my fighters, you can see they always come to fight. They always entertained. But to do that, to be able to do that, you need to be in good physically, mentally, mindset. So for me, it's important to deliver, and the intensity is something always on high pace.
Yeah. But for example, let's say Butasa, he was sparring, he did 3 rounds, then somebody else came in, he did 3 rounds. So all of them, all of the competitors, they do 3 rounds, one after the other, of 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But you always push them. You even when they get tired, you say, come on, keep on going. Why is it so important for you that they, even in the sparring, that they never stop?
Yeah, but the thing is that, it's funny because yesterday I was talking to my strength and conditioning coach. The thing is that if you look at I don't know the English word, the physiology of the training. They say, when you get tired at a certain of point, you need to stop. But I love to watch Muhammad Ali. Then there's a video where he's running. He's running with a doctor, with some other guys. And they say, we're tired. And he's saying, no, we're running until we taste blood. And when we taste blood, we keep on running. Fighting is not something, it's really raw. Fighting is totally, you cannot compare it with anything else. Go into the ring, fight another guy. So it demands a lot of mental toughness of a guy or a girl. And when I push them, this is the reason why, because I know that in a fight, there will be a moment where they will do the same also. And they can hear my voice that, no, we already been there. We all already went to hell. We know what it is. So, okay, let's go. Boom, we can push. So that's why for me, it's important.
Yeah.
I just watched an interview of Leon Edwards, also the boxer. He said, I spar hard because I cannot play. Because in the ring, I don't play. So I have to make it as real as possible. So I'm sure I'm ready. So that same mindset, when I hear this interview, and I'm thinking, okay, Mike, you're on the right track. So that's the reason.
Well, you definitely are on the right track because your results show that. But I have to ask you, first of all, you've got a couple of you're training MMA. I see your boys, some of them have been training MMA already.
Yeah.
So what are the plans with MMA? Can you review a little bit?
The thing is that you have to bet on more horses, You cannot bet on only one horse. So we're training already, and somewhere next year, at the beginning of next year, for sure, guys like Endy, Smiley, Michael Boapea will do their first MMA fight. So yeah, I cannot wait for that, man. I'm really excited. We have a great team, so I'm really excited for the first fight.
Okay, but then comes a question. When you do MMA, when you wrestle, you become very heavy here in the shoulders. You become
Yeah.
your physique changes a little bit.
Yeah.
But in kickboxing, you have to be light. You have to be fast. So my point is, will that not be a problem for their kickboxing career?
You know, the thing is that I've learned something that don't see, they say don't see a lot of bears on the road. When the bear is there, we will see how we deal with it. So this, what you're asking me, is something we will see in the future, if it will be a problem or not be a problem. But as I said, I have a great team with a lot of knowledge, because I'm not the only one inside. So when that problem comes, or we see that that problem is coming, we will see what to do. And as I said, now it's kickboxing, MMA, but the plan is to switch. So we will see in the future what it will bring, you know?
But you mean a complete switch to MMA?
Yeah, of course, you know, of course. Now we're busy with Glory, but we have to see how things goes, you know, because for me, it's the future of my boys. And if that's MMA, then it's MMA. If it's maybe kickboxing, then it's kickboxing. But for now, how the future looks like is that MMA is taking over. The boys that I have, I really believe that some of them can be on the highest stage in the UFC. So that's what I believe.
Okay, but for example, kickboxing, you use the big gloves, you've got the guard. MMA, you don't have a guard, small gloves, very further distance, wrestling. So how will you change the training in terms of striking? So I know there will be wrestling, grappling, all that, but the striking part, how will you change that?
Well, that's the funny thing, you know, because if you, people that know my career, they know that years ago, I had a girl, Jemima Beitrian, the golden girl. And we stayed almost 1 year in LA. She was in the camp of Ronda Rousey. And almost signing a contract with UFC, she got injured. But already there, I was busy with the standing, the striking part in MMA. So already I knew what I want, how the position is, how we strike, what we do. So 100% we're already busy with that. And as I said, I have a great team in Holland, you know, that are guiding the guys that are in the MMA business. So I'm totally not worried about that. You know, the knowledge is there, and for me is that with the stand up how you say it, the stand up knowledge these guys already have. The only thing we need to do is train, and make sure that we don't go to the ground. And if we go to the ground, that we know what to do. And as I said, I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry to let them. They have been training now for a while, you know, and that's why I said they are focusing now on December on the Glory show, and after that, it's time to make the first fight.
Okay. I can ask you about MMA for hours, but I'm gonna ask you about Glory because 1 month from now they will be competing. So first of all, Michael Boapea will be fighting against Artyom Vakitov. That's the first fight. What do you think about Vakitov as an opponent, and how do you see the fight playing out?
Vakitov is a real technical fighter, a great guy, great fighter. So, but me saying that, how do I see the fight work out is that, you know, he never met a guy like Mike. And the pressure, he will not handle it for sure. He's smart, but Mike will win that fight, you know, and if he doesn't watch out, we're gonna knock him out.
But Vakitov, he was away for a couple of years.
Yeah.
He competed in MMA. What kind of impact will that have on him? So the fact that he was away from kickboxing, now he's coming back. He fought against Rico, obviously, but being away from kickboxing and training MMA, how will that impact him?
I don't know, you know, because I don't know what his intensity was when he was doing MMA. Was he really serious with it or not? You know, I just look at what he did against Rico, and that's it. You know, it's. I'm not looking at if MMA will be a huge part of making his return in kickboxing again. He's a dangerous fighter. He's a really technical fighter. He's smart, but the pressure that Mike's bring, I think he's gonna finish him.
Okay. What is very interesting, Boape is now fighting against Vakitov, and Vakitov beat Alex Pereira some years ago.
Yeah,
Alex Pereira is now the biggest name in the UFC. So,
yeah.
what? How close is Michael Boape to being a superstar?
He's really close, you know. He's really close. And again, as I said, I'm not in a hurry to bring him to the MMA. So he's training. He's training now, you know. And he's really close. I can tell you, he's really close because he had the will. He had the will. He had the mental power to become one of the greatest also. And I think I talked to you yesterday. You know. If Pereira can do it, if Adesanya can do it, if, I don't know, there's some names, other names that can do it, for sure he can do it, you know. It's sometimes you have like really kickboxer guys, it's really difficult to make the transition to MMA, but these guys are like athletes. And I believe that an athlete, whatever you give him, he train, he will pick it up, you know, so yeah.
But many kickboxers fight in the pocket from a close range, right? Kickboxing is very much in the pocket.
Yeah.
MMA is very far from each other. So,
Well,
do you,
it depends, right? Because I see a lot of guys wants to fight in the pocket also.
like Tupuria, you mean, for example?
They come to fight and they are sure that, okay, you want to go to the ground? Okay, let's go to the ground. So for me, I just tell you, all my kickboxer guys, you can watch all of them. It's always entertainment. It's not boring. You can never say one of my guys are boring. They always come to fight. And that same mentality, I want to keep in MMA. Because the guys are there. I'm not going to jump around in MMA. You want to shoot, you shoot. And again, that's why I said I'm not in a hurry to go into the MMA. We're going to build it up. He's just 25 years old. I have time. But when we step into there, it's show. Every time we go, we want that bonus from Dana. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for points. No. That's my mentality in everything I do. It's entertainment, and I bring entertainment.
Yeah, for sure. Also, so you've got Boapea, you've got now Butasa, he's also here.
Yeah, but he's from my friend from Amsterdam, from Jim Southpaw.
Yeah, but Butasa will be fighting against Typhoon Yoshchan.
Yeah.
Typhoon is a legend of the game, obviously very experienced. He fought against Miley also. What is your opinion on that upcoming fight?
Butasa's gonna finish. Well, I'm not sure if Butasa gonna finish him, but he's gonna win. Butasa is too slick, too much movement. Typhoon doesn't like the style of Butasa. So the way we train here, there's only one winner, and that's Butasa.
But now I was watching the sparring of Butasa, and normally in the fights he kicks a lot.
Yeah.
But here he's showing a lot of hands.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's trying, you know, you're trying to become a complete fighter. He already has the weapons of the tip, the knees, the kicking. He already has these weapons. So now he's trying to see, okay, where are my mistakes? What can I improve? So that's the reason, you know, why he's throwing that.
Yeah, okay. Endy Semeleer, obviously he recently fought in Curacao in a cage.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know why did you let him fight in the cage? Obviously it was kickboxing, but when I was watching the fight I was thinking, is that a little bit of a preparation for MMA, or was it just a coincidence that he fought in a cage?
No, I asked the promoter because the promoter is a friend of mine, and I push him, I ask him to do it in a cage. Because what you see in a cage is different to close the guy, you know? So this was a good preparation to see, okay, how it feels like. Yeah, it was a great experience, you know? It was a great experience in that cage.
But because I was watching the fight yesterday, I was thinking exactly the same, because when you watch kickboxing, very often they get close to each other and throw combinations. But in that fight, Andy had to chase him
Yeah.
and throw single shots. He couldn't really let
Yeah,
the
yeah,
combinations
yeah,
go.
yeah.
So that was, you wanted that.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted, and to see how he handled it, you know. But as I said, it was a really good preparation to let him feel, fun. Oh, this is just another movement, and it feels different, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but was a nice fight, and he did his job.
Yeah, for sure he did. A couple of last questions, because I saw an interview from Don Snow. He spoke with Remy. He said about Andy Semeleer that Andy is physically, and basically Andy is physically grown as a man, but mentally he's not there yet. That's what Don Snow said.
Yeah.
What is your opinion?
Don Snow can say whatever he wants, you know. So he will meet Endy on the 13th of December, and after that fight, he can say if Endy grown mentally or not. So I have nothing to say on that.
Okay, but the last time somebody spoke in such a way about Andy, that was Anwar, and Andy knocked him clean out. Obviously, he dominated him.
Yeah.
But Don Snow, he has been doing very, very well. He fought against Smiley, against Typhoon. You know, he's been doing pretty well. How big of a challenge is Don Snow, in your opinion, objectively?
Objectively, I don't think he's gonna be a big challenge of Endy. I don't think so. You know, Don is a really great fighter, really good, but Don never fought a guy like Endy. He didn't fight a guy with the fight IQ that Endy has. So, to be honest, totally not a big of challenge. So, yeah.
And a rematch, Andy against Chico, because Chico will be fighting against my fellow Bulgarian Theodor Christov.
Yeah.
We will see how that goes, but if Chico were to fight Andy now, what would be the difference?
Endy is a totally different guy. His physics, his mental part, the way to fight Chico is totally different, you know. And to be honest, if you watch the first fight with the back fist, a lot of things has been said about the back fist, but until that back fist, Endy was up front in that fight. You can watch it, you can see it back. So after the back fist, the fight changed. So this, I really believe that Endy will win this time. He wasn't that. There were a lot of things also going on. You know, it's no excuses, but a lot of things will be different in this fight. Really, a lot of things. He's more clear in his head. He's in another state of mind. He's aware what he wants, what he needs to do. So that will be a totally different fight.
Okay. Last question for you. Let's say we meet each other in November next year. So 1 year from now.
Yeah.
What would you tell me about, let's say, Butasa, about Boapea, about Smiley, Semeleer? Where are they in their career?
Well, hopefully with Mike, with Smiley, and with Endy, we will have one of them, maybe more, but at least one of them sign a great contract with UFC. And
So quickly?
yeah, why not? Things can go really quickly, right?
Yeah.
We saw it before. We saw it before. You just need a good win streak. The promoters are there. Everybody's there. So, you know, that's what I see.
Yeah.
That's what I see. And you have to dream big. And I'm not afraid to dream big.
Yeah.
So let's see next year, November.
Coach, I want to thank you very much for the time 20 minutes. I'm sorry, I thought it would be 10 minutes, but you always have a lot of things to say, and I'm always interested in what you say. Thank you very much for the time, and all the best with your fighter.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, coach. Thank you.